Hey, what's up, Skywalker? I'm here with Imagination Creation Films, and today we're answering that age-old, timeless question that always gets asked. Should I go to film school? Before we jump in, I want to take a moment to ask you to go ahead and click subscribe, and also I have a Patreon if you would like to support me that way, because, come on, he's like, Sky, you did a good job. Here's a tip for you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so the big question, and I get asked it quite a bit, is should I go to film school? And although I did not go to film school, I can answer from what my experience of not going to film school is and experience from other people whom I've talked to about going to film school. And really it breaks down to a couple of factors. Number one, how do you learn? Do you learn by understanding theory and digging into books and doing history on the principal reasons of doing things? If that is the way that you learn, if you're a slower paced learner, if you are one who really wants to understand every detail about something before you actually try it, then chances are film school is for you. If you're a fast learner, if you're somebody who sees things visually before you jump in and try to do things, or if you're watching someone else do it and you pick up that way, film school is probably not for you. However, here comes the interesting things. Film school is about forming relationships. That's really what most people do in film school, is they make a bond with several other filmmakers, and they tend to use that bond later in life, later in their careers, to help each other, to encourage each other, to grow each other, and to support each other, and sometimes work with each other. And that is something that is valuable. On the flip side of that, you've got friendships that you make just by learning by yourself as well, or learning, not by yourself, but you get what I'm saying, or from learning from other people directly. Now, here is the interesting part. In the actual commercial film industry, now we're not talking about making commercials in your local market or doing short films, that kind of stuff. We're talking about the professional film industry. When it comes to that, it's basically like any other union type job, and that is you have to start at the bottom and work your way up. And it's only time and effort that will get you to the next level. So you could come out of film school with a PhD in film. They don't make that, by the way. They make it in film studies. PhD in film, and you're going to start as a PA, because everyone starts at the bottom. And it's kind of like that almost in any industry, with the exception of a few that you have to have certifications for, engineering, accounting, that kind of stuff. But basically, you're gonna spend the time. So here comes the real question you need to ask yourself. If you know that you have to spend that same amount of time, is it worth it to you? And the answer would probably come from, how do you learn? For me, my choice, the way I learn, I'm a more visual learner. I just watch somebody do something a couple of times and I'll pick up on it, and it's not a problem. Everyone's completely different. I do like that camaraderie that schools give you. However, I found that same camaraderie elsewhere in other options. So if you come out of school, let's say you're 18 years old, you jump into film school, you're excited, you're gonna do 4 years of film school, you're gonna get a bachelor's degree, and you come out, you're 22 years old, 21-ish, 22, and you start out as a PA. Meanwhile, that other person who just entered the film industry at 18 has now got 4 years under their belt. And sure, they could still be a fantastic PA at that point, but they probably have started moving up. Maybe they're doing grip. There's all kinds of other things. Maybe they're in electrics. Maybe they're starting to work in camera. Maybe they're a second AC. You never know, but the time is the big thing, because there's so many stories of friends of mine who have gone to film school, who show up on set first day right out of film school. They're so excited. They're a PA, and they have them washing film canisters. That was back in the old days. Or they have them cleaning the truck or organizing every single type of grip gear that is in that van to make sure that the inventory is correct. Why? Some people call it hazing. Other people calling it learning everything as you go because they don't like shortcuts in the film industry. Things have been done a certain way over time, and they don't want anybody coming in and cheating that. Now, there's always reasons that you can cheat that if you're on your own or in smaller budgets or if you're in a smaller market or you're doing it all yourself, but doing film school for the film industry equals learning it the way that schools teach. And normal, if you liked high school, you loved college, and you think, oh, film school is probably for me, probably is. If you didn't like school, then film school is probably not for you. It's a question, and there's no right or wrong answer because my normal response is it depends. I just didn't want to throw it depends right up front. So, as always, if you have any questions or comments, put those down and below. I do try to read and respond to each and every one, even if it's just to say thank you or thanks for the thumbs down. If you didn't like this, just give me a big old thumbs down. I don't care. If you love this, give me a thumbs up. Share it with all your friends. Subscribe. Do all those wonderful things that help me as a channel grow and help you along the way. And as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions.